The world had become a little too grey for Alice. Grown-up things like schedules and serious conversations had piled up, leaving little room for nonsense. So, when she spotted a familiar white rabbit, fumbling not with a pocket watch, but with a pair of comically large spectacles, she didn't hesitate. She followed him right through a gap in the old oak tree. She didn't fall for long. Instead, she drifted down like a dandelion seed, landing softly in a field of the most impossible flowers. They were rainbow-colored and chimed softly like bells in the breeze. "Your timing is impeccable," a voice purred from above. The Cheshire Cat materialized, his grin wide and welcoming. The Hatter was just about to start the unbirthday revels, and it's everyone's unbirthday today. He led her to a long table, not set for a tea party, but for a grand picnic. The Mad Hatter, upon seeing her, let out a cheer so loud his hat spun in a circle. "Alice, you're just in time for the crumb playdown. The Tweedles are hopeless at it." He gestured to Tweedledee and Tweedledum, who were earnestly trying to balance jam tarts on their noses. The March Hare, looking less mad and more merry, shoved a cup into her hand. "Drink. It's not tea. Tastes like laughter and a little bit of sunshine." Alice took a sip, and it did indeed taste like the giggle that was bubbling up in her own chest. There were no riddles, with no answers, only silly games. They played Pin the Smile on the cat. The Cheshire Cat was a very obliging canvas, and had a race where the rule was you had to run backwards, which the Dormouse, still half asleep, won by accident. Even the Queen of Hearts made an appearance, but her famous cry had changed. "Off with their heads!" she bellowed, but then she winked and added, "Of the dandelions! We must clear the field for the fairy football match." And everyone, including her card soldiers, set about merrily beheading dandelions with painted roses. As the day, or whatever passed for it in Wonderland, began to wane, Alice felt a warmth in her heart she hadn't felt in years. It wasn't chaos that defined Wonderland, she realized, but a profound, joyful freedom. Before she left, the Cheshire Cat gave her a final, shimmering grin. "You see, the only rule you ever needed was to remember how to play." Alice stepped back through the oak tree, finding herself in her own garden once more. The world was still the same, but she was different. In her hand was a single, perfect jam tart she had saved from the picnic. And for the first time in a long time, Alice laughed a full, deep laugh that sounded remarkably like sunshine, ready to color her gray world with a little bit of Wonderland wonder.